Hi. I decided to speak about a recent discovery I've made because last year for me was a very depressing year. I didn't know what to do as I had a social media enterprise. I had this issue with numbers and with campaigns, and now everything has sense to me. I interviewed Alexander Nix when he was in Mexico City in September of last year in an event called Cloud Camp. And as far as I knew in that moment, he was a very sophisticated, intelligent, and very kind man. We spoke about the Trump elections and the big data strategy behind that campaign. But now, as everything is going on in these days, today is Wednesday, 21st of March of 2018. Everything is connecting in my brain because I've been speaking about this depression with people of HubSpot, Google, and different colleagues around the world. And everyone says that we don't know which steps are going next in the strategy of Facebook. I know a lot of people who are making bots and this influencer marketing thing that promise a lot of numbers, and we're all obsessed with numbers but not very sure of what those numbers are doing with the reputation of which people are watching these. On the beginning of 2018, we saw that Facebook was trying to hide the post of their pages because they are forcing us to promote and to put money on Facebook, and everyone agreed that most of the Facebook posts wasn't effective anymore. Even if we put money, and not how much money do you need to make that effective in a strategy? We didn't know. So that opacity is actually being so much heavy these days in order to have an enterprise related with social media. But now, as Alexander Nix is being accused of so many corruption acts in the Trump campaign, I've asked myself, what else is mixed in this? I mean, you know that this new phrase in the digital world is that data is the new oil, and some of you can agree and some don't. But the thing is that data is us, is what we are doing, and what Alexander Nix allegedly did was he analyzed that data in terms of psychological things for a campaign. I mean, it's not the same to put a like on it on a post than analyze the words you are making or you are writing on your WhatsApp, on your post. It's all about who you are, and the people that says that I don't care if someone is spying on me is absolutely wrong, because this data is changing the world. You are giving your feelings, your thoughts, the way you communicate in order to receive a very specialized message that cannot fail. Is this going to influence on your decisions, on your political decisions? It is actually true. I cannot believe it, but this must not be that influential for us. I mean, if you watch an advertising on the street, it is not possible that you actually buy it. You need to be convinced of that. But how much how much these advertising or these messages are influencing on us? I mean, in a very, very simple way. So I am so thrilled about what is going to happen now, because it's not just about Facebook or Uber. It's all about what's happening on our phones. It's all happening. We cannot stop using internet. We cannot stop using Uber or our private relations on Facebook. Probably most of you just talk about, with your family using that platform for necessity. What is going to happen when they discover that even our calls are being spied? So it's not about just an app that you're saying delete Facebook or not. It's the whole data that is in us, in our lives, and how it's perceived and mathematically put on a strategy, how it cannot be fail or promote a certain ideology or certain candidate. I think what Alexander Nix was pretty intelligent. It's probably that kind of intelligence that someone needs to win an election. Of course, he actually did, and he did it even in Brexit. We spoke about that on an interview I'm about to publish. But I was speaking with a friend about this influential thing with influencers on Twitter and Instagram, and how they are being paid and having their lives, the lives they always dreamed about, because they are influencers and they got the numbers. And I was speaking to her, and I said, I'm not in that way. I'm not going to work with politicians for that numbers, because it's all an illusion. Everything that's happening on those platforms are just an illusion for the people who are actually doing it. So I was speaking with a client saying that if they want to run a campaign on the electoral process in Mexico, they should stop it, because most of the ads and most of your money is going to be eaten by bots. So it has no sense at all to promote something on social media on those days, in my perspective. But you can differ. But that the thing is that the one election is not going to be when with a tweet, as Alexander Nix told me in that interview. The election is going to be hacked. As we know, there is a hacker who worked with the actual president, Enrique Peña Nieto, who's from Colombia, and he hacked the system. But now we're watching the whole way of Alexander Nix and Cambridge Analytica work to put the perfect message with the perfect voice, with the perfect image, as they knew a lot of people. And that makes me think that we are probably not that special and unique as we think we are. We are probably more common and more manipulative than we think. So I am trying to put all my ideas together as the news are coming out today, on these days. And I never thought that this news were going to become a very huge problem for Facebook and their actions and what they are right now. So what are we gonna do? Are we actually going to review all the policies that to try to stop to sharing our data? I don't think so. This has to change, but the data is going to be there. If it's not hacked by Facebook, or it's not even taken by Facebook, someone else is going to take it with a virus, with a Trojan virus, or with a ransomware, whatever. The data is still in. The data exists. So it's going to be a matter of time that someone actually take it and and hack us, because that is an extension of what we think, of our brain, of our emotions and relations. So think twice when you write down or what you're saying, because probably our privacy is ending because we're all putting on social media, and that is not the matter. I mean, if you are just putting someone that you love them, it's actually data, but we really need to recover our humanity and probably the spoken words in person to have again privacy. I don't know, but this should be the beginning of a new area, of a new way to communicate, and I am not sure of what's going to happen. But the thing is that this Alexander Nick's story is changing the way news, social media and manipulation is being written on 2018. So please let me know in your comments what you think, and thank you so much.